Hi everyone! In today's video, I'm going to discuss about nature of the roots of quadratic equations. So let's start. Nature of the roots of quadratic equations. I divided this topic into two parts, and this is the part 1. Quadratic formula. First, we need to remember, the quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. In the quadratic formula, b squared minus 4ac is our discriminant. Nature of the roots. The value of the discriminant can be used to describe the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. The value of the discriminant can be, number 1, 0, number 2, positive and perfect square, number 3, positive but not perfect square, and number 4, negative. In this video, I'm only going to discuss number 1 and number 2. Number 1, 0. When the discriminant is equal to 0, then the roots are real, rational, and are equal. We have an example for number 1. Describe the roots of x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. The values of a, b, and c in the equation are the following. A is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 4, and c is equal to 4. Since we have the values of a, b, and c, wherein a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 4, and c is equal to 4, then we have to substitute these values of a, b, and c in the expression b squared minus 4ac. This is our discriminant. b squared minus 4ac is equal to, we substitute the value of b, that gives us the quantity of negative 4 squared, minus, we copy 4, a is equal to 1, c is equal to positive 4, and then we square this quantity of negative 4, that gives us 16, so minus 4 times 1 times 4, that gives us 16. Then 16 minus 16, that gives us 0. Since the value of b squared minus 4ac is 0, we can say that the roots of the quadratic equation x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0 are real, rational, and are equal. Using factoring method, we are going to look for the roots of the given equation. X squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. For the factors of x squared, we have x and x here. So x times x gives us x squared. And also the factors of 4 here, we have 2 and 2. And since positive and negative, we have both negative. So the sign here is negative, and the other one is also negative. So that gives us the quantity of x minus 2 times the quantity of x minus 2 is equal to 0. Next, we equate the two binomials to 0 separately. That gives us x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0 plus 2. As you can see, we added 2 on both sides of the equation. Then, we combine negative 2 plus 2, that becomes 0. So that is x is equal to 0 plus 2 is positive 2. That is also the same at the other side. So x minus 2 is equal to 0. That is the same. X minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0 plus 2. Negative 2 plus 2, that becomes 0. And then 0 plus 2, that is 2. So x is equal to 2. As you can see, the other x is equal to 2, and the other one is also equal to 2. So the roots of the quadratic equation x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0 are real, rational, and are equal. Number 2, positive and perfect square. When the discriminant is greater than 0 and a perfect square, then the roots are real, rational, but are not equal. So we have an example. Describe the nature of the roots of x squared plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. So the values of a, b, and c are a is equal to 1, b is equal to 7, c is equal to 10. Then we substitute the values to the discriminant. So that is b squared minus 4ac. So b squared, we substitute the value of b. So b is 7. So that gives us 7 squared. So minus 4, a is 1, c is 10. So 7 squared, that gives us 49, minus 4 times 1 times 10, that gives us 40. 49 minus 40 gives us 9. Since the value of b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0 and a perfect square, then the roots of the quadratic equation x squared plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0 are real, rational, but are not equal. Using factoring method, we are going to look for the roots of the given quadratic equation. X squared plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. What are the factors of x squared? We have x and x. And then, what are the factors of 10? Wherein if we're going to add them, that gives us 7. So we have 2 and 5. Because if you add 5 and 2, that gives us 7. And both positive, so that is why positive and positive. So what we have here are two binomials. The first one is the quantity x plus 2 and then the quantity x plus 5 that is equal to 0. And then we equate the quantity x plus 2 and the quantity x plus 5 to 0 separately. So quantity of x plus 2 is equal to 0. So that is the same with x plus 2 is equal to 0. And then we subtract 2 on both sides. So that gives us x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 0 minus 2. This 2 minus 2 becomes 0. So that gives us x is equal to negative 2. At the other side, we have the quantity of x plus 5 is equal to 0. That is the same with x plus 5 is equal to 0. And then we subtracted both sides by 5. Then that gives us x plus 5 minus 5 is equal to 0 minus 5. So this 5 minus 5 gives us 0. So that gives us x is equal to negative 5. So as you can see, one value of x is negative 2. The other value of x is negative 5. So the roots of quadratic equation x squared plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0 are real, rational, but are not equal. In this video, I discussed number 1 and number 2. On my next video, I'm going to discuss number 3 and number 4. Thank you for watching. See you again on my next video.